Clare Shannon is the main character of the 2017 horror film Wish Upon. She is also the worst fucking protagonist in horror history. And that's truly saying something, even for a clichéd horror film. Dumb characters in horror films aren't a new concept. But if there exists a tier list of those characters, I'd be vastly disappointed if she weren't on it, if not top tier. Because the thing with Claire is that she isn't just stupid. She is lethally, willfully stupid. So let me stop stalling on this, and prepare yourselves for a needless dissection of an unremarkable character.
My strength returns.
Claire is a 17-year-old low-class loser, living a lackluster life in a shabby little house with her father Jonathan and her dog Max. Her school life is pretty typical too, complete with generic popular kids picking on her.
What's so funny, winner?
Yeah, what's funny is that you're smegma. Ultimate smegma.
She is a loser after all, but at least she has her two best friends. June, who I guess is supposed to be the voice of reason of the trio, but even then she's just too bland. Then there's Meredith, a sociopath. One day, while out dumpster diving with his friend, Jonathan finds a Chinese music box and gives it to his daughter. And after coming home from a bad day at school, she reads over his Chinese handwriting to discover that it can grant 7 wishes. As far as the wishes themselves, they're about as cliched as you could expect from a teen to wish for. Instead, we're going to take a look at the people in her life, what they say about her, and how her wishes affect them. Starting with her dad. He's a widowed single father and a former musician. He also has this obsessive habit of dumpster diving. And Claire's relationship with him is rather distant. In fact, she treats him pretty poorly. Now, with him being a former musician, at least she's sympathetic to why he quit being one. But with his obsessive hoarding, she just treats it like an embarrassing dad thing he does. Rather than it might have to do with his wife, her mother, being dead. Which I'll get to later. The only thing she has that's close to a mother figure is her meek neighbor, Mrs. DeLuca, whom she's known since childhood. But back to her dad. He specifically brought the box home as a little gift for her, and she couldn't even be bothered to appreciate that. Regardless, she does not hesitate to reap the benefits by wishing for the external suffering of her school bully. As one does. So I don't think I'm spoiling anything by talking about the wishing box early on, cause it's already obvious to us. The box can grant 7 wishes, yes, but there are a few provisos, a couple of quid pro quo. If the box gets sold, lost, or abandoned, the wishes will all be undone. But each wish also comes with a blood price, meaning someone close to the box's owner will die. And the reason for this is because of its origins. In mainland China, a woman named Lu Mei and her family were the original owners of this music box. In 1910, during the bubonic plague outbreak, Lu Mei and her family were forced to quarantine in train cars without provisions, causing her family's demise. But she was the sole survivor. During 7 days and nights, Mei sought revenge through prayer at a temple. And on the 7th night, a yokai possessed the music box she took with her. In no time, all of her enemies faced massacre, and she became very wealthy. But May died from an opioid overdose 12 years later, while the music box remained to be discovered by future generations. I'll talk more about its powers as I go along, but the box's first victim is Max. Max isn't just the family dog, but also the living remnant of Claire's dead mother. They don't share very much screen time, but a grieving Claire takes a moment to remind her own father,
Mom gave him to me.
No shit!
You know what? I take it back. There's no purpose in analyzing these side characters. They're just flat and forgettable and give us no information about Claire. So later that night, she decides to cheer herself up by wishing for the mind control of her school crush, Paul Middlebrook, a 30-year-old teenager who was dating one of the popular girls, but dumped her for Claire's ugly ass. But apparently, Claire has never grasped the concept of be careful what you wish for, because she specifically wished for him to fall madly in love with her. Now he's out here stalking her, breaking into her house, taking pictures of her, and she has the audacity to get mad at him for it, when it was her wish that made him this way. When she decides to dump him over this, Paul tries committing suicide in front of her.
I love you, Claire.
Congrats, Claire. You are not worth dying for. Anyway, with her second wish granted, that means her great uncle August is next to go. He's the rich relative of her mother, who isn't on good terms with her father, it seems. He doesn't even want Claire talking to him. Why they are so estranged is never explained. As for Claire herself, well, he's more caring about getting his newspaper than making sure his only niece doesn't get an infection. Can't really blame him though. They hear about his death on the news, but already know they're not in his will. So what better way to take advantage of a dead relative than to wish for all his things? With the third wish granted, they immediately moved into his mansion the next day, after receiving a phone call about their inheritance. Claire proceeds to flaunt her new wealth by treating her friends to a shopping spree. Arguably the only time we see Claire do something genuinely selfless. But what do you know? Dear old Mrs. DeLuca was next on the kill list. So back in school, Claire decides she wants to learn more about the box. Despite taking Chinese language classes, she's unable to translate most of its symbols due to its ancient Chinese writing. Not even her teacher can help her. But conveniently, Claire's obvious love interest, Ryan, has a cousin who's a scholar on the subject and can translate in exchange for wontons. Eventually, Claire takes him up on the offer, and later that night, they take a drive downtown to her loft. On the way, the two start sharing some chemistry.
So, I'm waiting.
Or
An apology, been waiting for years.
what did I do?
First grade sharing circle. You farted.
I did not fart.
You farted and you blamed it on me, and everyone called me McFarts until like the 6th grade.
I don't know what Ryan sees in her. If this dialogue says anything about their relationship, it's that it's gauche as shit. She doesn't even pay him attention any other time, unless he's needed. And the only thing they do have in common is...
Wait, you dig on multiverses?
Yeah, I mean, the theory that, another you exists in different circumstances, under different planes of reality, yada, yada, yada.
They make it to his cousin Gina, and she proceeds to decipher the box's powers, even researching its origins. But surprise, surprise, the one part of the symbols she can't read is the part where it says the box kills people. So Gina texts this to someone she knows who can translate the rest and will update them once she gets a response. She sends them away, and while driving home, Claire catches her dad dumpster diving despite their newfound wealth, and uses her fourth wish to make him cool.
Sriracha hot.
Whatever. Not really for his own good, but just for her benefit, by the way. So because Gina is the one to expose the box's powers, it's only natural that she is also next on the kill list. But before that happens, she tries contacting Ryan after being updated on the last few symbols. The next day, Ryan learns this after finding his cousin impaled and goes to warn Claire.
That phrase Gina couldn't quite translate, it says, when the music ends, the blood price is paid.
Tell her I said thanks.
She's dead, Claire.
Oh my god.
Did it play its music then?
We're gonna be late for class, Ryan. Are you coming?
So now that Claire knows what the box is capable of, this should make her really, really cautious, if not hesitant, about using it anymore, right?
Still a nobody. How's it feel, winner?
Right?
I wish that I was the most popular girl in school. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
Okay. Up until this point, I was willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. After all, her wishes are believably something a teenager would stereotypically want. But there is just no excusing her from this point on. She was told to her face that the box kills people, but is more concerned about getting in trouble for it and not being able to wish anymore. And it isn't until she discovers her mother figure was one of the box's victims that now, all of a sudden, she's conflicted. So after ignoring them for some time, she goes crawling back to her old friends for their opinions on what to do. But like, why do you even need their opinions? I think it should be obvious what to do. Stop using the box! While we're on the subject, here are a few more things to think about. I'm pretty sure if anyone else were given a magic wishing box that kills people, don't you think they would, explore the box a little more? What I mean is the only rules known about it are the ones told to us. But what are the other rules as far as wishing goes? Is there a loophole to this blood price? What happens if you only wish for selfless things? Can you wish for unlimited wishes? Can you just wish that people wouldn't die? Is there any fail-safe? And even if there's no other way around the blood price, none of these things ever dawn on Claire to, at the very least, try. And that's a missed opportunity.
Do you think that if I believed this from the very beginning, that I wouldn't have wished for my mom to...
So let's talk about her mom now. We don't get much screen time with them either. But the film drills it into us about just how much her mom impacted her, even in death. One day, when Claire was a child, she went up to the attic and witnessed her mother offing herself, never learning why. This understandably haunts her so much that it's all she dreams about every night. She even took up painting, a hobby her mom loved doing. And at one point, she even dreads the idea of turning out exactly like her, if you know what I mean.
Do you think I'm like her?
Of course you are.
And even if she didn't know the box could grant wishes at first, wouldn't wishing your dead mom back to life be like the very next thing any grieving child would do? June advises her to get rid of the box, but again, she'll lose everything in the process, which would require her to make a noble sacrifice for once in her life. Instead, she just puts it away, and she moves on with her life rather than anticipating who will die next because of her. Long story short, it's Meredith. It was supposed to be June, but Ryan pulls Claire aside and reveals what else he's learned about the box's origins. He reveals 2 other incidents where the box killed the loved ones of those who owned it at the time, and even the owners. In other words, Ryan managed to decipher the final phrase on the box that they couldn't translate. By the 7th wish, the box comes for the soul of its owner.
How many wishes have you made?
I made 5.
Jesus, Claire, what the hell is wrong with you?
I'm sorry, but
What? How is there a but? People are dead.
it's just nice to just be normal for a while.
That's your excuse? I mean, what'd you wish for anyway? That nice house?
No.
Oh, no, bullshit.
So after Claire uses her crocodile tears to get out of being yelled at, they proceed to try in vain to destroy the box. But that's okay, cause the box mysteriously vanishes the next day.
What does that mean?
Maybe it's done with you. Maybe it's over.
What now? What would I do?
You move on with your life. You can do it.
It's easy to say, Ryan.
No, it's easy to wish.
I liked it. I liked having it.
I liked having it, even though it's killing all of my relationships. And of course, with the box gone, all of her wishes become undone, and she loses everything. The mansion, her popularity, her boyfriend, her dad's mental health, and most importantly, everyone close to her. And all on her birthday, no less.
Happy birthday, Claire.
And you know what? This is all deserved. She spends the whole movie putting her feelings and wants over everyone else's life, even after learning the future consequences of her actions. So really, who gives a fuck if she's all sad again? And then she finds out that June took the box.
You can get rid of it. You still did it to Meredith. I'm just trying to protect you, okay?
Okay, so you think that you can control
You
it?
think you can, Claire? Really?
Are you crazy? Why would you bring it here in the first place?
Because I have 2 little sisters at home.
See there, it's not hard to think about other people's well-being. Claire! They get into a fight which almost results in Claire killing the remaining friend she has left. And not even needing the box for it this time.
Just won't wish anymore. Okay, it'll be fine. I just won't wish. I'm just gonna hang on to it for a while.
Claire, please, you're not hearing yourself. You can't control it. It's controlling you.
I wholeheartedly disagree. With all we've seen thus far, I'm more inclined to believe she'd be this reckless without the box's influence.
I have 2 wishes left, and if you do not go away, I will use one on you, and I swear I'll use it on you.
Why not? You're willing to sacrifice everyone else in your life.
If I just don't make any more wishes, everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. I wish my mother never committed suicide.
So because her mom never died, she had 2 more kids, making Claire an older sister. God have mercy on you both. After this dumb bitch celebrates her birthday, with the knowledge that someone else is about to pay the blood price for it, she looks over some of her mom's paintings. And uh-oh, it turns out her mother was one of the box's original owners. And that's why she offed herself. So yeah, the box has far more to do with Claire's downfall than she thought. And of course, because she brought her mom back, it's only fitting that her father has to pay the price. And apparently, this is the final straw. Losing someone she's mistreated the whole movie, now she realizes that the box isn't worth it. And she uses her final wish to reset the plot.
I want to go back right now!
Taken back to the beginning with everyone alive, she does something smart for once, and accompanies her dad to go dumpster diving. That way, she can locate the box before he does and dispose of it.
I was wondering if I could go with you guys.
You know, like old times.
Yeah, get in.
Awesome.
Sure, it'll be like old times. Be our good luck charm.
Oh, so it wasn't a mental illness, just a family tradition. Cute, real cute. But her singular moment of brilliance is short-lived when she dumps the responsibility onto Ryan.
Please don't open this.
7 wishes.
Just bury it, no shortcuts.
Inadvertently continuing the cycle. But thankfully, her reign of terror immediately comes to an end. Claire fucking sucks, and that's an understatement. No joke, she is literally offensive to all teenagers. The defining characterization of the too dumb to live trope. To be fair, the movie as a whole is a heaping shit pile. But Claire, being our protagonist, takes the top of the pile. I mean, it's okay to have a selfish protagonist, but those types of characters usually have this little thing called arcs. Why doesn't Claire have one? And no, that one scene where she has a moral dilemma means nothing, as she doesn't even try to change from there. And that's her the whole damn movie. No character development, no redeemable qualities, no common sense, nothing. We spend the whole film watching a spoiled brat be an idiot with no real payoff. Nevertheless, my mind boggles over what we, as the audience, were meant to feel about this character. Were we ever meant to root for her? Sympathize with her? Hate her and want her to fail? What's the point here? I don't know what else I can say. There isn't a time that goes by when she doesn't go all out to show how undeserving she is to be the story's hero. On the other hand, she's proven far too stupid to even qualify as a villain. So I don't know what she is, but Claire's an even bigger loss than Melinda from Matrimony. And as I stated earlier, this movie tries to gaslight us into thinking the box is controlling her. But at no point does that feel like the case. Claire is just so insufferably self-centered that she doesn't really need outside influence. And even if she was given an arc, I doubt it would have fixed the story, but at least she would have a redeemable quality, which would count as character development, and give us a reason to want to see her succeed. Perhaps. In short, Clare Shannon is the perfect example of what not to be as a person. And as dark as it is to say, but considering the bare minimum she brings to every relationship, it's shameful that the one good thing to come from her, possibly the only benefit she brings to everyone, is her death.